video, I had written down so many notes. I had a whole page full of notes. And you know what? I said, why do I have stats and comparing stats? We all know that really MVP comes down to how you define most valuable player. I mean, really. Because we all know the stats. We all see the stats. We can all look them up. It's about how you define MVP. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and define valuable. Let's define the word valuable. Let's go. Alright. Valuable. Worth a great deal of money. Next. A thing that is of great worth, especially a small item of personal property. Alright, next. Extremely useful or important. These aren't really helping me. Let's go ahead and look up most valuable player. Let's see what comes up for that. Wow, so believe it or not, Merriam-Webster actually has a definition for most valuable player. And it says, the player who contributes the most to his or her team's success. I mean, this is not me. This is Merriam-Webster. So take it up with Merriam-Webster. I didn't even know they had a definition for most valuable player because it's not even a word, that's a phrase. And maybe because it's the online version, I don't know. But some people can see this definition and they still don't think that's the true definition. You might think it's the person who performs the best in the league, and I don't know what other real definitions you can come up with, but I'm telling you, there are people that will look at this and say, yeah, but no, there's more to it. And so the point I'm trying to make is basically, there are so many different definitions for MVP that people will formulate and come up with to support their favorite candidate, okay? So before I tell you guys who I think is MVP, I just want you guys to take a deep breath. Good. One more. One more for the road. Good. That's good. And I just want you to realize that this is my opinion, okay? This is not a fact. I'm not telling you you have to believe this. This is an opinion. Opinion. Let's look up opinion, shall we? A view or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. Okay, so it's not necessarily based on fact or knowledge, it's just an opinion. At the end of the day, don't we all just have an opinion on this? I mean, is it really a fact? No, it's an opinion, it is. So, when you guys are in the comments going back and forth at each other for choosing Westbrook, or choosing Harden, or choosing Kawhi, or choosing LeBron, and you guys are really at each other's throats for it, remember, this is just their opinion. This isn't even a fact. And I'm getting all riled up for nothing. Funny, right? Exactly. Don't look foolish. Don't look foolish. It's not. It doesn't look good. Not a good look. It's not. So let's just be civil, okay? Let's calm down, okay? It's cool to have different opinions. It really is. It's not a big deal, all right? So I went online and I found this great article by theringer.com. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in the description if you want to read the entire article. But there was a piece of it that says, we've set the stage for a compelling 4-man finish, but if this still feels like a 2-man race to you, it's because Westbrook and Harden most clearly represent the two most basic schools of thought when it comes to determining the meaning of most valuable. Let me just summarize that. Basically, they're saying that there's a compelling argument for 4 people in this race, but if it's a 2-man race to you, so if you're just thinking Russell Westbrook or James Harden like most people are, it's because there are 2 basic trains of thought when it comes to how to define MVP. And these are some questions they pose in here, which I love, and this is really pertinent to the whole race. It says, is it fair to penalize a player for being on a team complementary to his talents? Is it fair to champion a player whose extraordinary effort still only amounts to being the best option on a middling team? Whoever wrote this article, like, oh my goodness. That's literally it. They just captured the whole essence of the race right here, because this is the problem I'm still struggling with. But let's go ahead and take Harden, for example. They asked the question, is it fair to penalize a player for being on a team complementary to his talents? That's obviously talking about Harden, okay? D'Antoni, the whole system they have there, it works. I mean, look at how many wins the Rockets have. Now, I did mention in my other video that the Rockets have 50+ wins without any former All-Stars or current All-Stars besides James Harden, right? But let's take a look at his team. I mean, the man has a nice team. This dude has Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, Trevor Ariza, Patrick Beverly, Nene. I'm not even gonna talk about Lou Will because he kind of came late to the game, but still he has Lou Will on the team. Like, this man has a nice team here. He has a great team. Now, you know, I wouldn't go and call his team like, oh, elite crazy team, but he has a good team here. Now let's look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I think you know where I'm going with this. I think you know. All right, we have Russell Westbrook, Victor Oladipo, Enes Kanter, Taj Gibson, Steven Adams, Doug McDermott, Josh Hustis, Andre Robertson. I'm not even gonna go further than that. I'm not, because I think we get the point, okay? His team is significantly worse. The Rockets have Ryan Anderson, who's what, 4th in the league among power forwards for three-point percentage, all right? He has a higher three-point percentage this season than Kyrie Irving. Goodness. He has Trevor Ariza out on the wing, 6th in the NBA in steals, all the NBA, not just his position. 6th in the NBA in steals. He has Patrick Beverly out there, great defender, okay? He has Lou Williams, of course, just a great scorer. Eric Gordon, a great scorer. I mean, let's go back to the Thunder. He has Victor Oladipo, and he had... No, but he also has help from, I mean, I'm not gonna downplay their whole team. I'm not gonna do them like that, okay? They do step up when they have to sometimes, but when I watch games of the Thunder, and if you guys have ever watched a game, I know you've just felt so frustrated. I feel frustrated, like, are you serious? What's going on? What is this? I mean, bring some D-League players up while you're at it. What are you doing? And literally, the second question says, is it fair to champion a player whose extraordinary effort still only amounts to being the best option on a middling team? What can Westbrook do? He doesn't have a great team, and some people are literally saying that, I saw this as a comment in one of my other videos. This is literally an opinion of people. They say that the only reason Russell Westbrook is not their MVP is because of his record. And that argument doesn't really work for me, just because I don't understand what more this man can do. Really, like, what more can Russell Westbrook do? He's stuck on this team, right? KD left him. Ibaka's gone. I mean, what does this man have? Nothing. What can he do? So the record argument isn't really a great reason for him not to be MVP. That's more of a reason, okay, well, Harden's MVP because of his record. I see that. But don't tell me Westbrook's not an MVP because of his record. Like, I don't understand how he could have had a better record. Now, I'm going to be real with you. For most of this NBA season, I thought that Harden was the MVP. And I'm still, once again, struggling with it. But until recent times, I thought, yeah, okay, Harden's the MVP. Yes, I did see what Russell Westbrook was doing on the court, but I don't know. The efficiency of Harden, how he led his team to that incredible record in the West. He's almost averaging a triple-double. I mean, it's not really that far off. The points he creates off of assists every game is phenomenal. I mean, this man is just so efficient. He's great. I like him a lot. And he was not even included on the All-NBA teams last year. That to me was like, dang, I really hope he gets the recognition he actually deserves this year. So this whole year I saw him just doing so well. I really wanted him to get MVP. I wanted him to win. But on the other hand, I see Westbrook having a monumental season, something that hasn't been done in years. He might surpass, probably most likely will, surpass Oscar Robinson's record. He's having a historical season. I don't care what light you want to put it in. Like, well, he's only doing that because I don't care. He's doing it, okay? People are saying triple doubles aren't that impressive. Like, are you serious? Scoring a triple double isn't that impressive in the NBA? Like, really? Scoring one is impressive, okay? Scoring the most in history, almost the most in history, that's pretty impressive to me personally. I'm just saying. And I also wanted Westbrook to win because, you know, KD left him, he slithered away from him, you know. I wanted him to have like a redemption, like, you know, just have something to hold on to, like, I don't need you kind of thing. I don't know, I'm petty, okay? I really am. I'm competitive. If someone did that to me and slithered away from me like a snake like that, I'd be trying to ball out too. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, I don't need you. And then he gets the MVP the very next season. Like, that is the biggest, like, I told you so, smack in the face type of thing. Not really. I mean, KD's not worried about the MVP, right? When he's arguably might be on the way to a ring. So, you know, he's not worried about that. But still, for Russell, it's like, you know, look, I'm still great. And even with you not on my team, even when you left, Ibaka left, people said our team would be trash, which they weren't wrong. Those people were right. But I'm still a great player. I don't need to rely on anybody. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to explain it. It's just the competitiveness in me. It's the pettiness in me. It's all that's just rooting for him. I want him to win, you know? So I wouldn't mind either of these guys winning. But it's really just comes down to how you define MVP. If you think collective success is more important than individual success, okay? Now, most valuable player, that sounds individual to me. But then again, you have to think about how that person impacts the team. And Harden impacts his team in countless ways. I mean, he creates 27.5 points off of assists every night. That's insanity. That's really crazy. But then again, without Westbrook, the Thunder is a lottery team. They're a lottery team. Without Westbrook, their team is nothing. So in my personal opinion, the race is like neck and neck. It just depends on personal opinion to me. And I just cannot understand for the life of me people that can really say Westbrook's not even an option or Harden's not even an option. Obviously Westbrook's the MVP, like he's doing triple doubles every night. Obviously he's MVP. How are you even thinking about Harden at this point? Like, dude, do you not see what the man's doing over there though? Like, really? But then we're gonna look at Westbrook and say, triple doubles don't measure success. They're not, he's stat padding. He's just doing that to, it's like, guys, first of all, you gotta give them both credit where credit's due, because a lot of people have to put down one to praise their candidate. To me, that you lack a strong argument when you do that, because you show that you're just kind of, I don't want to say hating, because I don't like to use that term like you're a hater, but you know, you're just kind of putting him down just maybe because of your personal agenda. You don't like him or something like that. I'm not into all that, you know what I mean? If they deserve some credit, I'm gonna give them credit. Even if I play around and joke around, like I poke fun at KD a lot. But if he deserves credit, I'm gonna give him credit, you know what I mean? People don't do that nowadays, I don't know why. But they both are having an incredible season. And I might just have to pull out my book, because let's look at this. Thunder are 31-7 when Westbrook has a triple-double. That's an 81% chance that they win when he scores a triple-double. I said that in my last video. If you didn't watch it, what are you doing? But I mean, that just shows that people saying, oh, he's stat padding. He has to score that for them to even have a chance at winning. He does. Who else is gonna score? Who else is gonna do his job? Who's gonna step up? Sabonis? Yeah, we don't know who that is either. I don't. You don't. So to say he's just stat padding and that's it, so this whole thing is invalid because he's stat padding, it's like ridiculous to me. I don't understand that logic. Like, are you really gonna overlook all this because he's stat padding just because he wants a stat pad? No, he literally has to score a triple double for them to win. It's just in the facts. What else are they gonna do? Give me another option they go to, okay? Call me, first off, yeah, call me when Oladipo becomes very consistent. Still waiting on that call. Haven't seen it. Phone is silent. Phone is silent. So I don't think it's fair to penalize Westbrook because his team isn't great and therefore his record's not going to be great. I don't think it's fair to do that. On the other side of that, I don't think it's fair to penalize Harden for being on a good team and saying, well, he's on a good team, so obviously they're gonna have a good record, so, you know, it's not that big of a deal. He's not doing that great. And I don't think it's fair to take away from that argument just because he has a better team. Once again, I'm going back to the fact that MVP is not a set thing. No one has a set definition of it every year. Like, you're gonna change your definition every year a little bit, at least, to fit your preferred candidate. It just happens. Whether we like it or not, it's gonna happen. okay? Because if everyone had the same definition of MVP, we would all know who our MVP is, right? It's because we all have a different view of MVP, what is most valuable. Someone actually in one of my other videos brought up a good point that it really depends on how you define it, because he would argue that LeBron is the most valuable player to the NBA, period. And he would have won for years in a row. You can go and look on the comments. It was interesting. I've never actually heard that before, but he wasn't wrong. Like, I'm telling you, there are so many different definitions. You know, our vote is gonna align with our personal opinion, our perspective, you know, what team we root for, what type of players we like. All of that goes into our deciding, I feel like. You know, no one's completely objective when it comes to this stuff. And the way that we define it is based on a lot of that stuff. So, with that being said, right now, I'm leaning towards Westbrook. Although I know, and you guys know, if you guys have been subscribed, and you read the comments, you know that I was leaning towards Harden for most of the season, okay? But I'm leaning towards Westbrook right now because in my personal definition, I'm not saying this is the overarching definition, I'm just saying in my definition, I think most valuable player is the player who contributes the most to his or her team's success. I like this definition from Merriam-Webster. I don't know how a phrase got it. Let's not even revisit that topic. I don't even know how that got in there. But I think this is a really good definition. The player who contributes the most to his or her team's success. And to me personally, without a doubt, that goes to Westbrook. It just does. It goes to Westbrook. I mean, without him, his team would be complete garbage. Without Harden, the Rockets wouldn't be nearly as good as they are. But they still have some heavy hitters on their team. I hate to say that because now I'm penalizing him for having a good team. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm torn. That's where I'm torn, but it just comes from nuances of the word. Valuable. Are we talking individualistic or collectivistic? Is that a word? I feel smart, but it was probably wrong. Just excuse that, okay? Just let me feel smart for this couple seconds. Okay, so my choice is Harden for that reason, okay? I think he's the most valuable to his team. He's had an historic season. I think we should recognize that. I feel bad just saying that. Like, I really feel it. I feel it because I feel bad for Harden. Like, he deserves it too. So I don't know, really. But if I had to choose, I would lean 0.5% towards Westbrook, okay? Don't try to downplay Harden and what he's been doing this season because he's on a good team or any other reason. Don't try to downplay Westbrook because he's stat back. Stop it, okay? Give them both their credit and then choose from there, okay? I think it's a harder choice than most of us are trying to make it seem like. It's obviously Harden because yada yada. No, it's not obviously. It's hard. It depends on your definition, okay? That was a long explanation. Goodness, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. This might be a little movie.
Coming soon to theaters.
I don't know, this might be a movie. Goodness gracious. Anyways, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna read them all, guys. Please, I hope you guys waited till the end to comment because it's painfully obvious when you guys comment like 1 minute into the video and then it's like, oh, I addressed that. And then I read your comment and I'm like, did he not watch? It's embarrassing. I feel bad. I don't even delete those comments. I just let them stay up there so other people can see how embarrassing it is. I'm not saving you guys anymore. But also don't go crazy in the comments over this, you know? It's just a matter of opinion, really, and a matter of definition. So, but I would choose Westbrook, I guess, if I had to choose with a gun to my head. And I want to know what you guys would choose. So let me know in the comments who you would choose and why. And don't put down the other candidate just because you want to make your point more clear. Because I'm automatically going to write that off as a weak argument. Okay, and like this video, we are done with the little MVP series of 3 videos. And I'm going to get back on making more before the NBA videos. So if you want to suggest players for that, you can go on Twitter. Suggest players, you know, I'm just saying you should. Follow my social media, don't forget, they're right there, look. Okay, and subscribe to join the Splash Squad, because we are the bomb. We really are. Splash Squad or no squad. That's really what it is. Okay, so subscribe if you haven't. If you watched all the way here and you haven't subscribed, that's really weird. Okay, that's just weird. So subscribe. And I'll see y'all later, okay? Peace. Boom. I want to say the true MVP of the season is Kobe Bryant, okay? Somehow. I don't even know, he didn't play, but I feel like we should really consider him. Like, why isn't he being considered? I'm lost. Before you cast your vote, let's think about old Kobe, okay?